So, I'm Duhryus, for those of you who don't know, and for those of you who are going to get to know me. I'm joined here with Michael.
Mikey.
It's Mikey. Mikey Trone. He's going to be featured on some upcoming projects and whatnot. But aside from future projects and all of that, Mikey is the perfect person to talk to. He's going to be asking me some questions, and we're going to just go from there. But Mikey, without further ado, my friend, go ahead and take over.
It's like, how do you when you make the beats, do you hear it in your head first and then you just kind of try to recreate that, or is it just like you just go with it and then how it happens it just...
That's a really good one. So for the base of it all, if I'm making the beat completely from scratch, because I do both. I've made from scratch and I've also made with loops. If it's with a loop, it's much fucking easier. If it's with starting from scratch, just using VSTs and whatnot, I definitely say I kind of just play around. I don't really necessarily have like a certain thing that I'm trying to achieve when I'm making the beat. When it's a sample, it's much easier to like know what I want to do, but when it's scratch, I just kind of fuck around and I get to a certain point where it sounds like something that is listenable. And even then, the ones that I make from scratch are super chaotic. I still need to learn. I'm not by any means gonna sit here and say that I know what I'm doing or anything like that, because I still have much to learn and much to do. But I think I've done much better recently than I've done in my 7 years of doing so. I went down. I have a mod menu and I went down.
Like, how do you stay in like that zone of just like making music? Because like for me, like there's a good point where I'm like, yeah, I'm tired of this. I don't want to invest anymore because I just get bored.
Like writer's block?
Yeah.
How do I deal with writer's block?
Yeah. It's like you can sit in here for hours and do it. Something I can't do.
Well, here's what I think about when it comes to that with you and me. You versus me, not you and me. You versus me. Is you have not been doing this for a long period of time, whereas I've been doing this for a long period of time, and kind of like wrap myself into it so much that it's kind of become like the back of my hand type shit. Whereas for you, it's so new still that it's like riding a bike. You gotta just kind of slowly learn it until you can hop on that fucking bike and just go anywhere you want on that 10 speed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like that. And like writer's block, I'm not gonna lie and say I don't have it, because I do have it. There's times where, I don't make music for a few days, maybe a week or more. It's always scary when that happens. I ain't even gonna lie. It's super scary when I haven't made a song in a week. I sit there and I'm like, it's been a week since I've made a song. Or like times where it's been like close to a month where I haven't made a song. I'm like, what the hell am I doing with myself? Not making a song right now.
I guess with doing it so much, how do you manage like, relationships with people without, being too consumed into it?
Here's a horrible answer for you. If they're gonna leave, they were gonna leave from the beginning. Nothing was gonna stop that. Nothing was gonna change that from happening. It was just kind of rushing them leaving by me working on myself and my music. The people who care enough and the people who truly love me are going to stick around and have stuck around. I've lost a lot of people. I've even lost people who were making music with me just because I wasn't responding or this, that, or the other. It's not like I'm not intentionally dodging them. I just got a lot going on in my personal life. And I'm like, you know my personal life. We both got our personal lives. And a lot goes on in it, and so it's hard to maintain friendships and relationships with artists and with females, and it's messed up my whole like experience with family and whatnot, whether it comes to like going out somewhere or this, that, or the other, but having to miss it because I have to, you know, be at somewhere for the music or this, that, or the other. It's happened. So I don't really manage my relationships in the way that I should, but I just know that if they're going to stick around and they truly care, then they're going to stick around and they truly care, and it will all be paid back in full.
So it's just basically like, you know, if they're gonna stick around, then they have to understand that, you know, sometimes music has to come first.
Yes. And it's hard for people. I'm not gonna lie, even the people who've been here for the longest and are the closest with me are like, dude, there's times where I want to strangle you. Like, I don't even want to talk to you or this, that, or the other. And I'm like, wow. I'm not good when it comes to situations like that, when people start getting all like emotional with me about my ways and my actions. I've never been good at it. It's one of the reasons why I like started taking drugs, because I was just like, I don't want to handle it. I don't want to have to handle it. And if I do have to handle it, I don't want to be here handling it. I want to be blacked out and let like my autopilot take care of it. And that's what I did for the longest time with all my problems. Yeah, I let my autopilot do it, dude. I'd be like, oh shit, this is a problem going on in my life right now. Pop a pill, and then like Popeye, I'd fucking grow some muscles or something, grow some fucking balls, and I'd go and talk to people. And it's dumb, dude. I'm not gonna sit here and say that was cool either to do, but everything I've done made me who I am, and I'm happy with who I am now because I've grown a lot. But I've done a lot of horrible things.
Yeah, I feel that. I've been there. But another thing, how do you deal with like essentially people being like, you know, you've been at this for so long, you think it's time to like give up on it?
No one's told me that yet. That one kind of blows my mind, and I sit there and think about it, and I'm like, what is a like solid time to be like, hey, I've tried and now it's time to give up? Because I know with a lot of things you probably say much quicker than 7 years, but in the music game it's oversaturated as hell. You gotta like basically be praying that you make a song that's good enough that when you promote it, shit will pop off. The only problem with me is I've never promoted anything. Another problem, well, not the only problem, another problem with me is that I don't know if I'm actually making music that the mass would feel. I know I'm making songs that I feel and that people who are close to me feel, because, you know, they're living that same life per se. And I know that I have people in other fucking states and even countries that are fucking with my shit like consistently. I'd be looking at like the charts and I'm like, damn, dude, I didn't even know like New Zealand, Australia, shit like that, like places like that be consistently listening to my music. And I'm like, oh, so there's people out there feeling what I'm feeling. And that's always a crazy thing to me, man. I bet that's like something that like a majority of, or not majority, probably all of the artists who have ever blown up have been like, whoa, they're feeling what I'm saying, whether it's cap rap or something else. They're like, you know, if it's cap rap to one, it's real rap to the other, because they're like, I really do live this that he's spitting, that he's lying about. It's a weird thing, man. That's why I try to never do cap rap. I try to just keep it as real to my life as possible. And I don't know, it's like a weird, I want people to understand me, but I don't want people to understand me because this is an awful life.
Yeah. Or like, if nothing's ever to be of this, then at the end of the day, if you enjoyed it, then it's all that matters. And if something happens, great, it's a bonus. But I think at the end of the day, if someone's trying to, like, their whole intention of making music is to blow up and become famous and get rich, then I don't think that they'll ever make great music, because it's not going to be meaningful to them.
Right, dude. See, that's never been like one of the things I was trying to do from the jump. I was never trying to be like a king of any sort in rap or anything like that. I've been trying to get that mentality of, hey, maybe you can, or not maybe, but hey, you can do this. And then I am meant for this. And so I've been trying to get into that mind state, but in the end of the day, it's still no matter what happens, this has always been a good form of therapy for me.
Yeah. How do you manage like the whole like I don't want to say like stage fright, but like when you go to perform, whether it's in front of a bunch of people or like 10 people, man, it's still like you just get in that zone of like you feeling nothing else in the world matters. Like you're zoned into you.
So, I've never had the stage fright that people talk about. I'm not trying to be cocky. I literally have never had that before. First time I ever performed was on an open mic night, and I got up there and I was there with all the other artists, and they just were not it. And I was like, I got this. I was like, I got this in the bag. Got up there, did my thing. Everyone was like, wow. Came back a second time, did it again. They were like, wow. One of the guys who owned it was like, dude, you're really good. Like I want you coming back here and performing whenever you can pull people, because he was like, I know you're new, basically you ain't shit, but he's like, when you can pull people, like bring them over here to this venue and and I'll host it for you.
Everywhere we go, I mean, majority of the people are there for you.
That's what I'm saying.
How does that feel, man? Like you're the artist that brings the majority of the people there to watch you.
That was a cool feeling. Again, not trying to be cocky, it's cool to know, like I said, that I have that reach, that there are people around me that are feeling what I feel when I'm spitting all these shits about my mood and my this and my that and my XYZ, bro. There are people that are fucking feeling that too. There are people that are like, yeah, dude, this is nice, this is what I'm feeling. So that's always been something that was really cool to me. I guess we could wrap that up. Honestly, that was a good amount of questions. We went on a whole loop in the zombies map, and we'll just go through every Call of Duty zombies map and play it until we get wicked bored, and just ask questions. And we'll make that like a weekly occurrence or something. Upload that weekly.
All right.
Well, guys, this has been the first episode. It's a lot more awkward doing this, knowing that I used to do stuff like this, and I'm not quite sure how to do it exactly like I used to. I'm picking up on things slowly, but I also used to use a different software, and things are different on this software that I'm using. But it's cool, nevertheless. Michael, it's been a pleasure having you. Mikey, Trone, everybody. Gonna be having projects and whatnot. Mikey, go ahead and use this time real quick while I go down to just tell the people about yourself.
I mean, I'm new to making music. I've always wanted to my entire life, but I never really got the initiative to do it until I met Duhryus, and he just gave me a whole new vision on, just wanting to do this, and just watching him and the way he's grown. I haven't been day one, but since I've known him, I've grown to watch him and just see the amazing shit that he is capable of doing.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Mikey. Well, Mikey's new album's gonna be out this October. I'm just kidding. No, but thank you everybody for watching. Whoever does watch, thank you, Mikey, for coming, and have a holly jolly Christmas.
All of these bridges, all of my foes, all those who try to stop me, all them must go.